Thank you. There you go. Now you'll be able to hear me better. There you go. Is that better now? Okay, no worries. Thank you. Now, as you sit back in the chair and you release your shoulders down and away from your ears and you close your eyes, feel the bottoms of your feet. Notice if your toes are hanging off the block, just move them back so each toe has a place to land. Feel how your hands are resting on your thighs. Notice how you're sitting in the chair and if one hip is higher than the other. And then notice if one shoulder feels higher than the other. And notice also if this is taking a lot of effort to sit like this. So if we're talking about developing and better mobility, flexibility, and ultimately better pelvic health, your feet, your pelvic girdle, and your jaw are all connected. So we want to take this moment just to notice what needs to shift. Now, as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, I'm just going to take my right arm and release it because we have arms on the chair. I'm just going to release that arm down and lift my left arm and stretch it up, up, up as high as I can go. Keep my gaze at center and then release the shoulder and just a little gentle stretch to the side, looking underneath that left arm gently. Inhaling and coming back. Keep your back against the chair. So you're just using that back as a support. That left side's going to gently move away from the chair. The right side is going to be supported by the chair back. Inhale one more, take a breath here. Notice if something starts to engage within the jaw. Release that left arm, bring the right arm up, reach it up, 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 sink the shoulder down, and a little to the left and look underneath the right arm and the same thing, and notice. So our goal is to allow the ribs to be stacked one over the other to improve posture, to find that connection through the back body between the shoulders and the hips. Stretch it as much as you can gently, and then bring it back. Both arms, big V. Sink the shoulders down, open up the elbows, feel the belly now may start to roll forward. So tuck it back so the lumbar is supported by the chair. And now just rock. So keep your elbows down, you don't have to bring them up. Work less, soften that space between the shoulder blade. Good. Now when I roll, I'm going to roll a little. This arm that's above me, my left arm is going to stretch up above. Again, I'm keeping that back connection. I can look underneath my arm or keep my gaze forward or look down, whichever is best for my neck. And then I come back to center. And I slowly roll again, same thing. I figure out how this side feels. I stretch it out. Now come back. Now bring the arm a little lower, be mindful of the arms. I'm going to take the right arm, I'm going to roll it in front, just as reaching across. Keep that back shoulder blade against the chair, and then just glide it back like you're gliding it on water. And then the opposite side, and just roll it here. And feel that gentle twist, and we'll come back and we'll do another one. So roll. Be mindful of what's going on in the jaw. Relax the arms, the eyes. Don't overwork. See if you can begin to notice maybe more sensations in the palms. One more. Keep the shoulder down. So as I'm moving now, left shoulder, I don't want that shoulder to come up. I want to keep it as low and as level as I can and come back to center. Release the arms down, palms out to the side, shoulders down. Take a breath. Inhale, lift up. So I'm going to look to the right and to the left, and now I'm just going to rock here. Now as I'm rocking here, I'm using the back of the chair to massage that space between the shoulder blades. And notice how much effort it feels, as if maybe I'm holding something that's too heavy. So if it's too heavy, soften the arms, carry less. And then think about what it is you hold across your shoulders, your arms, in your hands, and now hit delete and bring it down. And just rock here. Good. Inhale, lift up, gentle back bend. Exhale, forward to the front chair base of the seat, and now rock here. So my hands are at the outside edge, and now I'm rocking here. My head's an extension of the spine. What I mean by that is my head is not forward and I'm not collapsing down. I'm just using this to support and create that stretch. Left shoulder, right hip, right shoulder, left hip. Good. Bring that left hand to the center of the chair, release that right arm down to the floor, and stretch that arm. Now, you're going to leave your foot grounded. I'm going to move my leg so you can see. You're going to bring your arm down, wiggle it toward the floor, wiggle your hands. As you wiggle your hands, rotate here, take a breath. Now we're going to sweep it out. Exhale, bring it down. Sweep it out, bring it down. Sweep it out, bring it down. Now, I want to use this to go into threading the needle. Now, if I need to, I can slide my arm if I need more space, because when I sweep up, I can stop here, I can go as far up as I want, and now I scoop the hand and I bring it underneath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. A couple more. Inhale. Now when you lift up, feel from the fingertips down the arm all the way to the hip, and then exhale and release that down. Shake out that arm, and now we switch to the other side. So I'm just going to move myself so you can see better, but you're going to keep your legs right where they are on your blocks. Right arm as far forward. Be mindful of where the shoulder is. You don't want to lift it up. You want to keep it down. Left arm comes down. Stretch it down. Kind of wiggle it around. See if you can soften it into the shoulder girdle and get more space in that capsule. Sweep the arm out just to shoulder height. Exhale. Now remember, this could be enough. And you lift it up, and I can look toward the ends of my fingers, and I bring it down. And I want it to feel like it's a wave. It's an effortless movement. When I'm ready, I can lift it up as high as I want. I can slide my arm back. Exhale, thread the needle, bring it under as much as is comfortable for me. So this side, and I know this for myself because I had a prior shoulder injury, this side is different than the other, and I don't judge. I give it time to see if it can release. Breathe. If it's too much to rotate your head up, then don't look up. Exhale, one more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hand back to the seat of the chair. Now see if you can rock a little deeper. So I'm going to rotate so maybe my nose moves toward the knee a little bit. If it's too much, I keep it small. I keep it right at center. This is about a practice. Remember, yoga is a practice. What you do today may not be the same as tomorrow and may be different from whatever you did yesterday. But the point is, the more you do it, the more the body remembers. Now come back to center. You may have to adjust the distance of the chair. Forearms on the chair. My fingertips are toward the base of the chair. The shoulders are back. And now I'm just going to slide side to side, opening up the hip flexors a little bit. Head is up. Jaws relaxed. Easing out that lower back. Asking myself to soften and lengthen and relax into spots that you may not even be aware are super tight. And then walk it back and bring it all the way up, hands to the knees, little circle. And roll it around and see how it feels here. 3, and then pause and reverse your circle. 1, 2, 3. Now, pause for just a moment. if you have legs that don't comfortably reach the floor, you can keep your blocks there. But if you would like, and your legs can comfortably reach the floor, and you may have to move yourself a little bit away from this chair that you're sitting on, hands right onto the block, make the blocks as wide as you comfortably can, shoulders down, sit up nice and tall. Again, be mindful of this chin thrust. You want to keep your chin back, jaw relaxed. I'm going to curl back into my cat back. And now inhale, bend the elbows and lift up. Exhale, make it feel like it's a small wave. So you want to feel that rippling up through the spine. Be mindful not to let your head be too far back. Focus on the rippling through the spine. The head is just moving with the momentum of the breath and the flexibility of the spine. So what I mean by that is when you roll, when you arch your back and you roll forward and lift your chin and the breath extends, you don't want to throw your head back too far. So you don't want to hyperextend the neck too much in either direction. And find the rippling movement, releasing any spots that are tight. Good, and then when you come back to center, bring your forearms to the blocks, and now shift again, little diagonal shifting here. I can keep my gaze at center, or I can roll and look to the right and to the left. However, your vestibular system can be very sensitive, so if rolling your head throws off your center of balance, then you don't do this. Good. Walk it back up. Hands to the knees, stir the pot. Now see how that feels. 1, 2, 3, and then you reverse your circle. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a gentle twist. Now remember, as all things, when you twist your spine, if you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, fragile bone, brittle bone syndrome, anything that's going to compromise you and your body structure because you have, you're going into a twist, don't do it or do less. And just hold it here. And think about how your week was and what you need to wring out. And then twist and roll gently the other way. And notice one side may not feel the same as the other. This side for me feels different. And I take a few breaths here. And I monitor how my jaw is. And again, roll to the right. So when I do that, I want to be mindful that I'm not collapsing into my lungs. I want to sit up nice and tall so I can stack my ribs and bring the shoulder down and relax the jaw. And go the other way and open up into some space. Be mindful front shoulder is down and away from the ear. Now, only if it's comfortable for you, you're going to roll, but maybe bring the arm a little higher, look at the thumbnail, and then switch and go the other way. Don't go beyond. And one more on each side and just see how that feels. Relax the jaw and the neck. Good, come back to center, stir the pot. 1, 2, 3, and reverse your circle. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, if we're working on our posture, we want to also feel how we can open up and make connections. So I'm going to take one block and bring it to the back of the chair. You may have to move your chair, take the opposite block so both feet can rest on the block. If you're comfortable and your feet meet the block, that's great. Now, tuck the lumbar spine, slide the arms down, squeeze the shoulders on the back, tuck into that lumbar spine as you go right into your bridge pose. Stretch the fingers down, rotate the hands so the palms are pressing toward the back gently. Take a breath. And then just release it. So it's like a gentle pull of a rubber band. Push back gently with intention. Exhale, release the rubber band. Inhale, push gently. Engage that lower belly. Stretch gently through the spine. Remember, the belly and the back work together as a unit along with the pelvic girdle and the pelvic floor. So we want to make sure that we're taking care of all parts. And breathe. And push back. Take a breath here, 3 breaths. Exhale. In and out through the nose. Exhale. Let something go. Inhale. Exhale. Release the arms. Roll the hands. See how this feels. Good. I'm going to take my left hand and bring it to my right shoulder. Right hand crosses over. Small, gentle rocking here. Keep the shoulders down. Now you have a block here, so you can't go too far. Feel that space opening up through that whole back body. Take a breath. Now, when I breathe here, I'm going to open up. I'm going to do a couple of variations. We'll start with this first one. So my right arm is on top. I'm going to rotate, open up, take a breath, look toward and behind me. Exhale, bring it in. Now, if I want more, I'm going to take this left leg, bring it to the chair. Inhale, open up. And bring it in. Maybe I can bring my leg up so that it rests at the edge of the chair. Inhale, lift up. Open up. Bring it in. Leg comes back. You do not have to do any of them. You can stay right where you are, and you rock it out. Now I'm going to switch hands. Right hand to the left shoulder, left hand over, crosses over. Where the wrist meets, creating a little weight at the sternum. I'm inviting the shoulders down. I'm engaging through the back body. My jaw's unclenched. Now I take a breath. Left arm opens, and I rotate, and I look a little behind, and maybe a little up, and then exhale and bring it in. My option can be to stay here, or I can take that right leg, take a breath. Inhale, roll to the left, open up that left arm. Big breath. Exhale, bring it in. Bring that leg up if I choose. Inhale, open up. And bring it in, release the leg, rock it out. Good. Bring the arms back just to the thigh. Little gentle connection here to see how you feel. Bring that right foot to the edge of the chair. I might have to move it over so I have room. Now I'm just going to rock gently here, opening up the hip flexors. So with the arch of the foot pressing into the chair, you're getting some acupressure relief through the arch of the foot, which also connects to digestion. So you get a couple of benefits at the same time. See if you can keep the toes pressing down into the seat of the chair, and notice if your jaw starts to engage. Pause and release, and then switch to the other side. I walk a little bit out to the side so I see if I can get a little more space, opening and closing into the hip flexors, and I breathe. Good. Release that leg. Bring the feet to the floor if that's comfortable for you. Take your, take your block out. Sit yourself all the way back into the chair. Bring both feet up. Take a breath. Glue your legs together. Arms out to the chair. A little rocking here. Shoulders down. See if you can feel like you have a little more length through the curve of the back, the lumbar spine. Your option could be to stay here, or you can bring your feet to the edge of the chair. Please remember, do not press into the back of the chair. I want no one flipping out of the chair here. Now, I'm going to just let my hands rest right on my knees, and I want to feel the pelvic girdle release. Little windshield wipers here. Shoulders down, jaw relaxed. Walk your feet as wide as the chair seat so that you have a little more space to move. Good. I'm going to release that left foot down. Now, you may have to adjust the seat in front of you. If you need a block back underneath your standing foot, that's what you do. And my right leg comes out at a slight angle, and this is a variation of my pigeon. Now, as I rest my arm right here and I sit up nice and tall, I let myself see how this feels. So this is gonna feel whatever you feel. Now, if you're really comfortable and you can bring your knee in and bring it down and lean a little forward, that's a variation, but only you go there. So it's not this, because I have to get as low as I can go. It's nice tall posture and take a breath. Remember, don't go where you don't belong. Now I'm going to rotate toward the bent knee. Take a breath. And then come back to center and go toward the other side. Take a breath. And then release this leg. And again, if you need the block underneath this foot, that's what you do. And you bring the opposite leg in. And you start softly. And you breathe. Sit up nice and tall. See how the pelvic girdle and the sitting bones are meeting the chair. Notice if you're leaning toward one side or the other. See if you can level your weight. If you're comfortable and you want to go a little deeper, you can, but don't go where, if you have knee or hip issues, you don't go where it doesn't belong for you. You can come down if it's comfortable for you, but don't collapse. Breathe. Inhale, come up, rotate gently to that left side, and then gently to the right side. Take a breath. Now, in a traditional pigeon pose, this knee comes into this position, this back leg comes out and behind you. This is very hard for me on this knee. I don't do this version on the floor, but I can do this version in the chair. So you want to keep your hips happy, release that leg, move your chair with or without your blocks, rock it out. See how it feels now. Keep your head up, don't collapse. Take a breath. Good. Now we're going to take this right into a forward fold, or it could also be a variation of a child's pose. Now, if you need your block, you can take one or two, depending on how high you need it. I'll start with two. My legs are wide, like I would be in a child's pose on the floor. My arms slide, and I adjust the block so that my forehead rests right on the block. My shoulders move down and away. And I breathe. Now I can roll my head a little bit here. Opening up through the cervical spine, releasing any congestion or inflammation. The allergy season has been particularly tough, so you may be sneezing a lot or feeling very congested in your sinus cavities, two of which are in the forehead. You may have a lot of busyness of the mind, so this helps relieve that. Take a breath. Then take one block away, only if it's comfortable for you, and see if you can go a little lower. You may again have to adjust the distance of the chair and the position of the block. Keep the jaw unclenched, shoulders back and away. You can stay right here, or again, you can roll your head, take a breath. See how that feels. Feel that opening all the way down the back body. So, child's pose is great for pelvic floor health, for opening the hip flexors, for extending the spine, for slowing down the busyness of the mind, for allowing the nervous system to slow down and the parasympathetic nervous system to kick in. And then you pause. So you get a lot of bang for your buck here. And again, you do not have to go on the floor. Take a breath. Now, you stay right here, or if you're comfortable, you can remove that block and you can come all the way down. Again, you can adjust your chair distance and bring yourself as low as you can. Relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Make sure you have some space. And now just breathe here. At any time, if anything is too much, uncomfortable, you don't do it. You get yourself out of it. And feel that stretch all the way down to the lower part of the back. And you breathe. And ask yourself for a quiet mind, a calm heart, and a relaxed but reflective mind. Good. Slide your hands back to frame the face. Gently lift up. Now rock it here. You have a little more distance here, so maybe your rocking will be a little more intense or deeper from shoulder, diagonally shoulder to hip. Good. Bring it all the way back up. See how you feel. See if your posture is different. Roll your head right and left. Good. Take a pause. Now, as you breathe in right here, we're just going to adjust the distance of your feet however much you need it, and we're going right back into our dog and cat. So assess the flexibility of your spine, shoulders down, curl back. Make sure you have some space behind you. Roll up and forward as much as is comfortable for you. Exhale, release the breath. Inhale, lift like a wave. Relaxing the jaw. So you want this to become your moving meditation. I'm moving up, I'm taking a breath. I'm exhaling, I'm landing back down. Inhale, lift up. Feel the movement of the body with the movement of the breath, and then feel the sensation that you're moving yourself out of some place where you may feel stuck. Inhale, lift up. Last one. Exhale, curl it back. Now when you curl it back, I'm going to use my seat, but you can keep your hands on your knees. And now I'm just going to stretch to the right and stretch to the left, and a couple more here, and just take that maybe a little deeper if you have a little more flexibility here. Come back to center, sit up nice and tall, stir the pot. 1, 2, 3, pause, reverse. 1, 2, 3. Sit for a minute, arms out to the side. So I look to my arms. I have cactus arms. My blocks can be back underneath my feet. If I feel like I'm struggling too much, you use your blocks to lift and bring the mat up to you. You do what you need. Arms out to the side, and we're just going to feel like we're pinching thumb and middle finger like we're pinching a sponge. Now be mindful, don't protrude your belly. Kind of tuck back so you're sitting right into the sitting bones. Gaze is soft, and we pulse back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come forward any amount. So you do not have to come to the chair. You can just prop your arms on the seat and keep your head elevated if that's better for you. Slide back, arms back out into cactus arms. This time we're going to push forward, open and close the gate. Push in with intention, pull out like a rubber band. Push and pull. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release the arms down, roll the shoulders. Roll them around. 3, and then do 3 the other way. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take my left hand, place it to my right hand, palm away. I'm going to act as if I'm sliding those fingers into my jean pocket on the left side, and I get a gentle twist. Take a breath. Relax the jaw. Relax the shoulder down. Nice. And then switch the other way. Good. Come back to center. Stir the pot. 1, 2, 3. Pause and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Now let's elevate the legs. So I'm going to take my 2 blocks, put them on the seat in front of me. Again, you have to adjust the distance of the chair because you want the blocks to be right where the calf muscle meets. And my feet are going to may or may not touch the back of the chair. I want to flex my feet, a little bit of flexion here. Take a breath, open up my arms, rock. See how that feels. Now, left palm up, right palm down, and now I'm going to roll. So I'm in a variation of a star pose, and I'm wringing out the washcloth, anything that needs to be released across the shoulder blades. Now, if it's too much for your arms to be high, keep them down, letter A. Good. Palms up, hands together, just touch your fingertips and bring down. What is it? Something that's going to be enlightening for you. Bring it here like you're holding a flame. You let it rest right here. My elbows can rest right on the arms of the chair. And ask yourself, what does your heart need today? Sweep and gather more. Inhale, lift up. Now you can bring down more of the same or pick something else. Bring it all the way down, let it rest right at your heart. So it's a little teepee of space. And then sweep it out one more time. This time I'm going to bring my palms all the way together. Press the palms together firmly. Wrists press, one hand presses into the other so you get a little wrist stretch, elbows out to the side, shoulders down, relax down. Relax your jaw, inhale, lift up. Exhale, press it down, chin to the chest. Inhale. Now you don't have to go all the way up. You can keep your hands right at center. You don't even have to lift or press back down. Pause. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press down. Pause. Release the arms out to the side. Roll them around. See how they feel. Now, I have a chair back, and the chair back doesn't allow me really to move my feet. So, especially if you have long legs, I'm going to turn the chair. Now, remember, ideally we don't want a chair with arms, but you do the best you can. Again, you bring the blocks to the calf muscles so you can begin to point and flex your feet. Now, if you have enough room with the chair back, you keep it right there. And you point and you flex and you sit up nice and tall. And you're massaging into the back of the calf and you're helping to elevate the legs, get a little inversion, bring some more blood flow to the calf. Point one, flex the other. Good. Roll the feet around in a circle in one direction and reverse. Good, both feet together like windshield wipers, and feel this movement all the way up into the hips. Keep the knees soft. Pause, relax your feet, wiggle your toes. Now, the flexibility of your feet is directly correlated to your pelvic floor. So gently flex your feet and curl your toes as big as you can. See what happens in your jaw. Open your toes, flex them as wide as you can. Curl your toes, flex. So when you flex your toes and when you curl your toes and you try to get them as tight as you can, and you get a reaction here in the back of your throat or jaw, just be mindful, monitor it. Flex them out as wide as you can. Curl and flex and curl and flex. And just relax the feet, wiggle the toes, move the feet around, get a little movement here, see how you are. If you're doing little circles, maybe you want to go the other way as well. Now, we're quickly coming into our Shavasana. Your option can be to stay with your legs elevated on a block, or you just let your legs rest on the seat without a block. You pick what's most comfortable for you. If you can just have your feet gently resting against the back of the chair, if that's comfortable for you, that may give you a sensation of grounding. And then you decide what you want to do with your arms. So I can rest them in my lap, palms up. I can rest them in my lap, palms down. I can bring one hand to each shoulder, crossing at the heart. I can bring one hand over the other at the heart. I can bring my arms out into the letter T. I can create a little hug. The problem, though, is if you pick an extreme position, you may get pins and needles. So if you start in one position, don't go into pins and needles, make a change, okay? Now, you're going to breathe here. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out, and notice something. Something that's different and positive. Something that has softened or created space. Something that has allowed you to shift, to lengthen, to let go of something. I am breathing in and I am breathing out. Also, notice if you're frowning. See if you can release the frowning. Don't over-concentrate. I am breathing in and I am breathing out with an effortless breath. The inhale and the exhale are moving at their own rate without an effort. I am relaxed, I am at ease. I am awake and I am aware. And as I pause in this moment and I allow this Shavasana to allow all the parts of the practice that we did today to assimilate, to meld, to land, to create a connection, to aid in alignment, to shift focus, to recreate something, to feel that connection between hands, feet, head, heart, belly, front, back, side to side, and diagonally. I breathe into the person that I am with all the gifts and talents that I possess. Now, as you breathe in and you breathe out, I'm not going to speak. You're just going to listen to the bowl. And begin to deepen your breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently release your feet from the chair so you can bring them back to the floor. Use your blocks or bring your feet directly to the mat, whatever is most comfortable for you. Sit a little bit away from the chair so you can assess your posture, and as big a circle as you would like. Ring out anything that you need to push aside, a thought that doesn't work, a pain that creates discomfort, an emotion that niggles at the back of your brain, whatever it is, ask yourself for the gift of release. I am releasing, I am letting go, I am unwinding. And then you pause. And now gather in what you need: healing, love, kindness, compassion, joy, happiness, a sense of humor, whatever it is, courage, confidence, patience. Bring positive things in so that you can feel the sensation of connection. And then you pause. Now, with your hands, you're going to again sweep out. I'm gathering to myself, and what is it you would like to gather? And you fill in the blank. And you bring it all the way down. Inhale, take a breath, lift up, you can look up. Exhale, chin to the chest, bring something down that will help serve your highest good. Inhale, lift up, look up. Last one, we pull down. And when I sweep around this time, hands up, palms together. I seal this practice with Anjali Mudra. So one hand pushes gently into the other, grounds down straight through center to a place where I am balanced and supported, connected, and at ease. And I bow to myself. Today I am grateful for a body that does yoga, a mind that is clear and calm, an intention that is pure, in a body that belongs only to me and creates a safe haven and allows me to be at home within myself. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. Please remember to drink water. See you next time.